Hey, good to have you back in the office. It's Saturday. I usually don't work Saturday afternoons. I usually get a little bit done Saturday morning, or I'm out garage sailing. But today I got a lot of work to do before I head out on the trip, heading to Telluride on Monday. So wanted to get some stuff done. So we're getting some stuff done. We're gonna do some photos. We're gonna do some shipping. We're gonna ship some coffee. All the things today. Just trying to get caught up, make some money before we go spend a bunch of money. Thank you, K-Way, for the star snap. I don't know what that thing was, but thank you. Fast internet. Damn it. Peach Magnolia, good morning. Good morning, everybody. Good to have you here. All right, let's just check something here. There we go. All right, we got to reset the goal. Thanks so much, K-Way, for sending the gifts here on TikTok. Got your coffee yesterday. That's awesome, Sarah. I'm glad that you got it. Love it be. Absolutely love it. Nice. That's awesome. Glad to hear it. Appreciate the honest review. I cut out the quote and taped it to my computer monitor. Sick. I like it. Hope everybody's doing really, really well Saturday. What's going on for Saturday? Y'all hustling? You kicking your feet up? Maybe a mix of both? That would be cool. Let's set a new goal. Thanks, K-Way. That was super kind of you. Let's set a different one. Change. Let's do, let's go with that. Do a good old-fashioned dog goal. Hey, Vanessa. Get you mushrooms in the house. Appreciate everybody hanging out. There's a million things you could be doing on Saturday. Some fun stuff, too, but you're hanging out with me, and that's cool. I appreciate it a lot. Hello. Missy Carver is in the house. Let's take some photos. Got some coffee going. Oh, that's good. I spent the morning I spent the morning editing videos, laying in bed editing videos. Tough life of a famous influencer, right? I had some videos, like some long videos, do really well. Some reels on Instagram and on TikTok and on Facebook. But on YouTube, you can't have shorts that are longer than a minute. So I had to edit a few videos down so they could fit over on YouTube Shorts. So that was what I was spending my morning doing. Now we got some photos to do. Great place to ask questions. There's a bunch of super smart resellers in the chat. Most importantly, happy Saturday. Hope everyone's doing good. And as always, if on live somebody orders coffee, I'm going to stop what I'm doing. I'm going to go over to the computer. I'm going to ship that coffee out so you get it nice and fresh, faster than Amazon. Here's a Turtleson polo shirt. This is not a brand I find very often. I'll show you the tag in a second. 92. So here's one I don't find a ton. Probably a $20 to $25 golf polo. Seems like it's a good size. A little wear on the tag. Oh, never mind. It's a size medium. Boy, that seems big for a medium. Let's go into the farmer's market. Rained out. That's a bummer. I like me a good farmer's market. Putting together my standing desk for my work from home office. Listing later. Nice. Any tips on how to get started as a reseller? Jess, sure. Got a bunch of tips on that. Kind of maybe tell us a little bit about what you're thinking about reselling, where you're at in the journey. I'm not sure, like, if you've already gotten started, what steps you've already taken. Maybe give me some context a little bit. But I often encourage people to get started by just going into their own closet and look at some of those items that you no longer wear, things that don't fit, or you're just not your style no more, and start with selling those things, right? Because you don't have any like intro cost on that. That'll get you used to like getting through the process of taking photos, measuring items, listing them, and get used to like shipping them out, accepting offers, that whole stuff. Yeah. So that's where I'd start, Jess. I'd pick a platform and, say pick eBay or Poshmark. Those would be the two that one of the two I would probably start with. And just go into that closet, find you something. You could do it right now, Jess, while you're on the live. Like you can just walk into the closet, flip through some stuff, let us know what you find, and we'll let you know if you found something that's valuable. Get that, get used to the process of taking some photos, listing that item, make a little bit of money out of your closet to get started. And then you can use that money that you made from your closet. I already photoed this item. Why is this out? You can use some of that closet money to go invest in your first trip at a garage sale or a thrift store or something like that too. That can be your seed money, so to speak. Lola, good morning. Appreciate you rallying the troops. 1.5K likes already on TikTok. Appreciate that. You got Catherine in the chat over on YouTube. Thanks so much for joining. Working on listings this morning myself. Took a bunch of photos yesterday and filling out all my descriptions listings today. Trying to get caught up on some of your death pile. Nice. It sounds like we're on the same exact vibe, Catherine. So that's awesome. Good for you getting caught up, getting that money pile going. Here's a couple of mountain khaki shirts. I don't know why they made it into this pile. I listed these yesterday. There was a lot of 3 of them. I just haven't folded them yet. So I don't know why they ended up in this pile. I got to go over in this pile. They got mispiled. What's up, RoboWorm? How are you? Thank you for the finger hearts, Lola. Appreciate it. Appreciate the gifts. Catherine, what kind of stuff were you listing today? What was there a couple gems that you're working on right now that you got photoed? Adele received the coffee. Oh, you're welcome for the fast shipping. You're welcome for the coffee. Can't wait to hear when you get that coffee brewed. I want to hear all about it. How do you brew your coffee? What's your move? You did get that coffee quick. I feel like we just shipped that 2 days ago, so that's pretty quick. Did we ship that on Thursday? How about it? As always, y'all, if you order coffee, link down below. If you're on Facebook and YouTube, there's a link down below, or go to chris@peak.com and you can order coffee. And on TikTok, you know what to do. Click the name up above, go to the website. It's the top link for coffee. It was roasted on Thursday. Fair trade, organic, medium roast, super good. You can get it in 3 different grinds. However you do your coffee, just let me know. We'll get you good coffee. We also do whole bean as well. And we'll ship it right here on the live. You order during the live, I stop what I'm doing, and we go ahead and ship. With a big dose of gratitude, of course. How goes it, K10? It's going good. And let us know what you find in that closet, Jess. A lot of people want to talk about getting started with stuff. And I don't know where you're at. I don't know if you have time to do this right now, but a lot of people are always like, yeah, I'll get there maybe next week or tomorrow or next month I'll start doing that stuff. But I'll encourage you right now, go grab something out of that closet and just let us know what you find. We can help you get started with that process. Once you open the coffee, do you store it in the same bag? Yes, great question, Carly. Once you open that coffee, try to get as much of the air out of the bag as possible. It won't be perfect, obviously. And just, tighten it up right back in that same bag. Leave it, store it room temperature. They cancel the canyon hike. What's up? Buried treasures in the house. Freaking canyon is closed? That's kind of crazy. I wonder how you'd even figure out how a canyon would be closed. Where do you check that? And why would a canyon be closed? That's interesting. I got 2 items removed from Posh. Has anyone that ever happened to you? I don't think so. Vanessa, what were the items? And did they give you a reason of why they were removed? Good morning, Carol Ann. Hope you're well. K-Way Shops over on Facebook. What's up? Apparently that's on their website. I would never think, I do obviously a lot of hiking. I would never think to go check the website of a place I was going to go hike before I went to hike to see if it was closed, but maybe that's a good idea. Thank you so much, user 321. I appreciate that. That means a lot to me. Thank you. Appreciate all the positive vibes from everybody. Just got enrolled on eBay for international shipping. Is it worth it? It won't cost you any extra money. So to me, it's doesn't matter. Yeah. So is it worth it? Well, you're not paying anything for it. So yeah, I would, I can't see how it wouldn't be. It's super easy. Canyons shouldn't have websites, not sentient beings. Yeah, there you go. Keep saying I'll start reselling soon and watching y'all live, but I need to just start. Carly, you've got to have something. You've been watching all this stuff for a while now. You've got to have something in your house that you can just go take photos. You don't need a setup like this, by the way. I resold for a couple years before I had any kind of lighting or anything. That's a just any old hanger that I have hanging on one of those command hooks on the wall. Look how bad that wall is. You don't need anything to get going. This is nice, but natural light is fine too. 1.5 hour drive for nothing. I'm sure it was a pretty drive. It probably wasn't a pretty drive, but whatever. You got out. You stretched your legs on the highway, wind blowing through your hair. You don't really have a lot of hair, but you had a nice day. The sun was shining, buried. Now you're hanging out live here. Been listing all morning, and I'm finally about to eat for the first time today. Ego is just crushing over there. Oh, I have a lot of stuff I didn't even need to go through. So Carly, Tell us what's the one item that you're going to drag out of the closet or out of that pile and just take some photos of today. Like, let's get started. I don't mean today. I mean, like right now, I'm doing it. You can do it too. Use daylight as your friend. That's right. Daylight is your friend, unless you're a vampire and then daylight's not your friend. But I feel like we get some sort of warning. We should get a warning if you're a vampire and you're in the chat. Like, you should let us know about that before you just like have normal conversation with us. Weights and a mini radio flyer bike for dolls. Weights and a mini radio. Not sure. I'd reach out to the Poshmark like support. I've never had anything taken down from Poshmark before. Let us know down below in the chat if you've ever had something taken down off of Poshmark. Vanessa had a couple items taken down off Poshmark. She can't figure out what's going on. She also hasn't reached out to support yet to find out what's going on, so that's on her. Clothes versus shoes. Carly, grab one thing. Grab like a pair of shoes, and let's just take those things out and start taking photos of them. Lola's got a vampire suit. No surprise there. What's up, DD? I mean, a photo friend. It's best to photograph in natural light if you don't have lights. No, I'm with you. Yeah. I used natural light for like 2 years when I first got started with this. I didn't have any fancy lights. By the way, if you have a reselling business, it's probably worth investing in some lights. It'll make your photos so much better. It's like I think it's probably the first investment in any kind of equipment that you would need. I'll definitely reach out. Yeah. They took some of my items down when I first started. They don't do it anymore. Gotcha. Good to know. My husband has a few long sleeve button down polo shirts he doesn't wear. There you go. Yes, let's go. What brand are they? Let us know. Let us know, Jess. We're onto something. We're making some progress. What brand are they? What size are they? We can get you started here. All right. I'm actually going to do some work too. I've missed my lowers. That's right. What's Lower doing? Lower, what are you up to? How's things? Do you have an update for the group? We need to know what's happening, Lower. Looks like this shirt doesn't look like the print's like in the middle of the shirt. You ever get a shirt that's like that where the print is like not centered? It doesn't look centered. Yeah, it's on the hanger, right? I feel like that's not centered. Anyway, it's a Patagonia shirt. You'd expect better. Ralph Lauren XL, gotcha. So it's a cotton polo shirt. I'd go ahead and list that thing for anywhere between $18 and $21 plus shipping. So make the buyer pay for shipping. Get that thing going up on eBay or try it up on Poshmark. Your choice. Now you got your first item. That's great. I'm proud of you, Jess. Now let's pick. What are you going to do? You got to do eBay or you got to do Poshmark? I don't think you can make a bad decision with either one of those. So just make a decision and roll with it. Do you have an account with either of those platforms yet? And this is it. This is how long it'll take you to take your photos of that first item. 1, 2, and then I'm going to take a picture of the tag. It'll be 3 photos for this. That's it. And that's it. You got your photos. You're ready to go. Put your camera in square mode. That's going to be the best thing to take your photos. Change it to square mode, or they'll often call it 1-to-1 mode. Just got my first buy it now sale on Cool Pants. Made $30 profit. Sick. How much you sell the pants for? Love Cool. It's one of my favorite brands. I listed a Cool shirt yesterday. Cool as in Kuhl. Are we all tapping the screen? Thank you, Lola, for reminding people. Appreciate you rallying the troops. I have all my items on Facebook. Need to make the eBay Posh jump. Facebook's tough. I used to sell a ton of stuff on Facebook Marketplace. Like 2021, it was my second biggest platform. I was selling 40, 50 items a month on Facebook Marketplace. It was great. And then 2022, it just dive bombed. I was selling between 5 and 10 items a month. And then as the year went on, I was selling like 2, 3, 4 items a month on Facebook. So I pulled the plug in September. I was like, that's it. And I started selling on there again about 2.5 months ago, just testing to see if maybe I'd come back, because somebody told me that their Facebook was doing really well. So I was like, all right, I'll start crossing some stuff over there again. And I got a few sales, but it really has slowed down yet again. So I'm pulling the plug on Facebook again, by the way. I've already done it. I still have items listed up there, but I've stopped cross-listing up to Facebook again. I'm done with it. eBay and Poshmark are such a better use of your time. So this one's going to have a total of 5 photos. Oh, maybe not. It's going to have a total of 4 photos. There's no material tag on this one, but so on that Patagonia shirt, there was no like extra logo I had to take a photo of, but on this Grayson shirt, I wanted to get a close up of the wolf logo on the back. So that was the extra photo. And if it had a materials tag down below, which it doesn't, it's been cut out, I would have taken a photo of that. The Patagonia shirt, I only took 3 photos because the back tag here also had the materials on it. So double check the fabric content tags on Patagonia items. Yeah, Facebook Marketplace seems more local pickup or free stuff. Yeah, they just don't put a lot of time and energy into maximizing that platform, if you ask me. There's a ton of potential because there's so many people who are on Facebook, but they just haven't really done a good job with their execution on the platform. So Patagonia has a current lawsuit with Nordstrom for selling counterfeit merchandise. Interesting. Good to know. Appreciate that. This is a brand I don't pick up a lot. It's called, that last brand, by the way, Grayson, is an awesome brand to pick up. If you can find that. I found 2 shirts back to back. I got another one right here. This is a brand I don't pick up a lot. It's Land's End, but I think you can probably see what's going on with the pattern there. Nice like patchwork madras pattern right here. This pattern does really well in almost any brand. It's like one of those things that it's a big like escalator or bonus that pushes up resale value and sell-through rate when you can get like a big nice patchwork pattern like this. So to me, Land's End is what I would refer to as a borderline brand, but it's a pass like 99% of the time. Very few Land's End pieces are worth picking up, but I'll pick up Goose Down and I'll pick up something like this. Sometimes I'll pick up some flannels too. I picked up flannels and listed them last week because I can lot them up. So I put three flannels in one listing, listed it for $40, and somebody will get like a good deal on buying 3 of them. It's not something they're trying to get revenue, so it doesn't get attention. Yeah, I would agree with that statement. They're only charging 5% fees on Facebook Marketplace, so it's just they're not really making money off it. They just want to keep you in the app. The more they can keep you in the app, the more ads they can put in front of you, and the more money they can charge per ad, if that makes sense. So it's just they want to keep you in the app. All these platforms want to do it. TikTok wants to do it. Facebook wants to do it. YouTube wants to do it. They're adding all these features, chat features, search features. They want to keep you in the app. It's good business. And I'm not complaining about those things. That's just them growing their business. Thank you for the follow, Joanne. Appreciate it. Thank you for everyone for tapping the screen. 4.7K likes on TikTok. Appreciate that a lot. Thank you everybody for hanging out, whether it's Facebook, whether it's YouTube, whether it's the TikToks. I did a live yesterday on Instagram for like a half hour. I hadn't been live on there in a little while. Figured I'd go say hi to the Instagram followers. And it honestly wasn't all that fun. Like it was never the most people that were ever in the live at any given time were 6 people. And like the most I had talking at any given time was 1. And one of those people was just Nick Smith hanging out, which I had already talked to Nick Smith in the morning. I mean, it was good to see him, don't get me wrong, but he was probably like, this guy again? Like I already talked to Nick Smith in the morning on TikTok. Here's another one of those Grayson polos. A lot of people say that this is a Ralph Lauren brand. It is not a Ralph Lauren brand. But the guy who started the brand, the founder, used to work as the like lead designer or VP or president of design for Ralph Lauren previously. But this brand is not affiliated with Ralph Lauren. He went out on his own. It's a new brand. I think it started in like 2018. And Grayson is his daughter's name. So this brand's named after his daughter. These shirts will probably sell for about $35. Some of them can sell for more than that. These are just plain golf polos, no pattern to them whatsoever, and they're size medium. But if you find like a cool pattern on them and a better size, they can sell for more money. Julie, thanks so much for A, for buying the coffee, B, for drinking it, and C, for sharing your positive energy about it. Appreciate that so much. Super, super cool. Happy Saturday. Trying to get caught up on work. We're heading to Telluride on Monday. So I have all this inventory sitting in this office. It'll just make me feel better knowing that more of this stuff is listed rather than sitting in a pile when I come back. So, plus vacations are expensive, so be nice to have some spending monies. This is a Ralph Lauren Denim and Supply. This is a line of Ralph Lauren, it's an Americana kind of line. They have a lot of like denim and pearl snap kind of stuff. Some Western stuff, some Southwest kind of style stuff. Usually if you find the Denim and Supply stuff, which you won't find a ton of it, it's going to be worth decent money. I think this shirt, it's a size small. I feel like this shirt's still probably worth like 25 to 30 plus shipping. It's got a nice pattern on it. I'll show it to you in a second. If you have questions, go ahead and pop them down below in the chat. Even if I don't answer your questions articulately, there's somebody else in the chat that knows their stuff and will help you out too. How do you get into bluegrass? I moved to Boone, North Carolina in 2012. That's how I got into bluegrass. Just kind of, you drop into the mountains here in Western North Carolina, and you're just surrounded by bluegrass culture. So yeah, it just sort of swooped us up, picked us up. Love bluegrass. Yeah, I was wondering why people were saying that. I work at RL, so definitely not affiliated. Oh yeah, what do you do for Ralph Lauren? That's cool. And can you settle the score for the right way to pronounce Ralph Lauren? I work in. That's kind of crazy. What do you do over there? You know, what's her name? Jennifer Aniston's character in Friends used to work at Ralph Lauren. I thought you could multi-list with Vendu. On my phone. You can. Vendu has a mobile app. Is Asheville busy or still pretty quiet of an area? About 85,000 full-time residents in Asheville. So as far as like a metro area, it's a pretty small metro area, but it's got enough to do. You know, we got like we have a single A baseball team. You know, it's like that kind of size city. A lot of music out here. A lot of people travel here. It's a big vacation spot, especially for folks who are in the southeast that don't have elevation. They like to come here in the summertime because it's cooler because you have a little bit of elevation. Plus, Asheville is weird, so people like that. They like to come and hang out with us weird Asheville hippies, come hike the mountains, drink our beer, see live music. We get a lot of music here. It's like a place in North Carolina where people can actually feel like they can go just be themselves and be relaxed. We're pretty accepting of just about anything out these ways. But it's still fairly small as far, 85,000 people. It is what it is. It's bigger than it used to be, that's for sure. So I'm taking a picture there showing this Ariat shirt has some like mesh vents in the back. I always try to show people those mesh vents. I would call that like a special feature. I like to show those off. Really cool shirt on this. I've never found this before. It's called Ariat Tech. And it's a line of Ariat, which is kind of a Western brand. But that it's like moisture wicking. This one's vented. Look at the pattern on that. Ridiculous. Really cool shirt. Let me know if that's new to you, this Ariat Tech. Let me know down below in the chat. This is new to me. Never found it. Been doing this quite some time now. Been sold a lot of pieces of clothes and of clothing. And I've never found this one Ariat Tech before. I listed a cotton Ariat yesterday, but this one's 100% polyester. I'm not using photo room now, but I will after. I'll use the batch mode in photo room. So all the backgrounds on these will get removed. I don't remove the backgrounds like on this photo because there is no background, if that makes sense. But I do it on all the other photos. So I'll import everything in a photo room at the end of this photo shoot and do like, I don't know, 50 or so photos all at once, super fast. Get rid of all that messy background that I got, the door handles, the door seams, and replace it with a nice clean white background. I'm an analyst for the e-com and retail business. It's Lauren, not Lauren, if that makes sense. So I'm saying it right. Ralph Lauren. That sounds like a cool job. I'd love to hear more about that blended oasis, by the way. I was a career coach for 10 years, so I've talked in depth with people from all different industries, all different types of jobs within industries, all different companies, shapes and sizes. And I love just like learning about careers and stuff. Sold a few while back. Wasn't sure if it was the same brand or not as Ariat. Oh, cool. Yeah, it's definitely Ariat. No, I haven't seen that. Good afternoon, D-Real. First I've heard of it. There you go. Learn something new every day. Learn something new every day. Thanks everybody for hanging out. Do weird print men's shirts sell? Live dogs, Westerns, Hawaiian. Yep. I'd say the weirder the better, the bigger, the bolder. Because what you're doing when you're selling online, you're selling in a very crowded marketplace. There's so much used clothing out there on eBay, on Poshmark, on Mercari, on Depop, on Grailed. So much clothes. So if you can get something unique like this, all it means is you have less competition for that shirt. So you just need one person that likes this shirt. And if you're the only one listed, which I don't think there's any of this same shirt listed, then it's got to sell. Do you see what I mean? It doesn't mean that if I had 1,000 of these, that 1,000 would sell. But if I list one of them, which is all I have, and nobody else has one listed, it's going to sell really fast. So you're looking at low supply. And I think that's what people who are resellers should focus more time and energy on, not thinking about what's necessarily in demand, although that matters. You got to think about, well, wait a minute, what about supply too? And look for that intersection of supply and demand. So if you buy something, if you have a one of one of something, it's probably going to sell better than if you find a really in-demand item where you're competing with 10,000 other people that have the same listing. Does that make sense? Because then you either have to be the cheapest or you have to have the best reputation in order to sell that item in a very crowded market, or just a whole lot of patience, if that makes sense. Unique. That's why things like linen and silk sell better, because they're not as common. That's why things like a vented polyester shirt like that, or a pattern like paisley is going to sell better. It's why I picked up this LL Bean shirt. I don't sell a lot of LL Bean button-down shirts like this, unless they're like a flannel or a chamois shirt. But this one has a nice gingham pink check pattern to it. So although most people who wear LL Bean probably aren't going to wear pink, there's also not as many of these listed. So I just need that one person that does wear pink to come in and buy this. And there'll be more than one of these listed, but there won't be, probably more like 10 of them listed or something. And this one's even a smaller size too, which is a medium size, which I typically avoid in LL Bean, but because of this gingham pink check pattern, I'm going with it. What's up, Casey? Do tuxedo shirts sell? They sure do, for that same phenomenon that we're talking about. Most people don't wear tuxedo shirts. Most people don't own one. I don't own a tuxedo shirt. But when somebody needs one, there's not many of them listed. See what I mean? Of course, the brand matters. They actually teach you how to pronounce Lauren during orientation. I believe it. Did I say it right? Blended Oasis? I just got to double check. I got a mess. Yes, that's right. Say it quick. Lauren. Snappy D. What's up? Thanks everyone for hanging out on YouTube, on Facebook, on TikToks. If anyone gets their orders in right now, remember I'm going to be gone. So if you need coffee before June the 23rd, I'm going to be gone. Get your order in now. We're heading out on Monday. Chris, do you want to raft the French broad with Jack tomorrow? I kind of do, actually. It's not the best timing because I still got to pack for the trip and stuff. I have a Brioni tuxedo shirt listed. I sold a Brioni tuxedo shirt for like 70 or 80 bucks like a couple months ago. It's a great find. Really great find, Casey. Anything Brioni, but tuxedo shirts are great. Brands always matter. Thank you, Blended Oasis. Cam, do we want to go raft the French Broad with Jack and Melissa tomorrow? I didn't ask. I didn't want to get into logistics until I knew if you were interested or not. Okay, I'll figure it out. I wasn't expecting that. I thought she was going to be like, oh, heck no. So there we go. That's what mine is listed at. There you go. Cool. You probably looked at comps. You probably saw my comp. Snappy D, what are you up to today? Where do I find you on eBay? Link up in bio. All my stuff, all my shipping supplies, my coffee. All my links right up there. All my stores. You can find it. Just click on my name up above if you're on YouTube and Facebook. Go to chris@peak.com where there's a link down below. Thank you for the follow, user 231. Picked up 4 pairs of Columbia nylon cargo pants. Think it's better to lot together. Paid $5 a pair. Columbia nylon cargos. You could go either way on those. If they're all the same size and like same model, I think I'd probably lot them up. But again, I guess it would depend on the size, and I'd have to look at them to be honest with you. But I think you could go well either way. Bet it sells in 24 hours. Bet what sells in 24 hours? Anything exciting happen on your street? Is the couch someone dumped? It wasn't a couch. It was actually the back of someone's trailer. Someone was just eating lunch there. That's another thing people like to do up there. I just saw the back end of the trailer. It looked like a couch or something, but it was just somebody like taking their lunch break and eating down there in their truck. And that was their trailer I saw. So no couch. But it's not uncommon to see couch. What's your preferred shipping on those shirts? What, y'all, when you're in the chat, help me out here. If you're asking a question, try not to use, what are those things called? Like those, that, like use like the specifics. I'm just not sure what you're referring to. I'm heading to my buddy's record store to hang out for a bit because you chat and like 4 things happened. You typed in that chat. I've gone through 3 other items. We're talking about 4 different topics. It's just hard to answer when you use like those vague terms. Help me out. I'm headed to my buddy's record store to hang out for a bit, then maybe a thrift store and watch. That sounds like a really Snappy D kind of day. Like go hang out at the record store. Anything exciting happened? It's so funny. Just got back from garage sales and I just got my coffee. Time to try it. Smells so good. Diana, you're having a good day. You just got some fresh coffee that was just roasted on Thursday and you went to garage sales. Tell us what you got at the garage sales. I'd love to hear all about it. That was what mine is listed at. Cool. How is everyone? What's up, Debbie? Doing good. Happy Saturday. It's always good to have everybody in here. I love the side conversations that you have. I love y'all helping each other out. Gonna try to get some work done though, like for real. It's a Woolrich shirt. It's a women's shirt. It's kind of like flannel-y, but it's not like your typical flannel. I don't know. It's kind of like, it's got a weird shape to it. I don't really know women's shirts as well as I probably should. It's a snap up front too. I'll show it to you. So this shirt is a total of 4 photos because the 4th is this materials tag down below. They call the color on it. The manufacturer color is Mulberry Heather. Boom. So it's kind of a snap up piece. It's like flannel, but not a super soft flannel. I don't know, it's like a heavy cotton. And there's the tag, Woolrich. Thank you so much for your order, Diana. I appreciate that. By the way, if you get your coffee orders in right now, we'll ship them on the live. You know the drill. And remember, we're gone for a week. So if you want that fresh coffee, now is the time to order. Now's the time. If you need coffee before the 23rd, take a look at that bag. Here's another really nice pattern. This shirt is an LL Bean, but it's got a few things going to it. I encourage everybody all the time, look beyond the brand, y'all. So this one is a great size. It's an XL tall. So any of those tall sizes tend to sell better. Again, it's a lower supply. It doesn't mean that there's more people who are tall than there are short people or regular height people. It's just that there won't be as many of these listed. The tall sizes have a lower supply. This has also got a houndstooth pattern to it. and a nice kind of colorway to it. So between the XLT size and that like houndstooth pattern colorway, this is not going to be a very common shirt. I'm not going to have 10,000 competitors for the same item like I would with a lot of LL Bean button downs. This is also like it's a heavier cotton. I guess I could call it a flannel. It's like a lightweight flannel. So that's another thing it's got going for it. Love that. The jeans were new to me, but basically knew some things. Missed something. I didn't make coffee today because I had a white Monster like a Monster energy drink. That's cool. I respect it. However you got to get going in the morning is cool with me. Coffee's my style. I don't think I've had one of those energy drinks in like probably 15 years or something like that, maybe longer. That's like a staple of like the restaurant business. Got a vintage Dior red, white tag, Levi's, Patagonia shoes, Adriano Goldschmied jeans. Nice job. Killed it this morning, Diana. Appreciate that. Thanks for sharing. The jeans were new to me, but basically knew some things with tags. That lady had so many things. That's awesome. Sounds like you did well this morning. Definitely looks like a Heather. Definitely looks like a Heather. Definitely looks like a Heather. Do your lights help with the dark colors when taking pics? Dark colors are a little bit more challenging for sure, D-Real. I have to play with the lighting a little bit. The photo room helps too. If you ever find Club Monaco, they actually were owned by RL until last year. Not sure how it sells. Club Monaco. I'm not sure if I know that one, but thank you for sharing your inside Ralph Lauren information. Appreciate that. Related Oasis. Club Monaco. What types of stuff do they make? Like, what's the style of Club Monaco? Was that a Ralph Lauren original brand, or did they purchase the brand and now they've since sold it? Is that like kind of one of those deals, or did they actually come up with that line and then just spin it, like sell it off? So 3 photos total on this one because the materials tag is right there on the size tag too on the shoulder. So I don't have to take that extra 4th photo. I'll make a haul video and post it this week. That's a promise. I want to see that video. Please tag me in that video if you want to. You can do whatever you want. But I probably won't see it unless you tag me in it. So if you want me to see it, tag me. I'd love to watch it. I love watching what y'all are up to. Purchased and resold. Pretty sure it's originally a Canadian brand. Canada, eh? Very plain looking clothes. Club Monaco. Check it out. I'll have to look. Has anybody comped like a Club Monaco shirt before? I'm kind of curious. All right. Here's another example of a brand I don't typically pick up. I pass on probably 99.9% of Land's End stuff. But this one here is a flannel. It's size XL, and it's a size XL flannel. I think a nice kind of colorway too, like kind of a heathered red kind of pattern to it. So thanks for that inside scoop, Blended Oasis. Never did I think I'd be like really interested in like the buying and selling of like, you know, a company selling a clothing line, like Ralph Lauren selling a clothing line, but I'm interested. You know, I kind of fell into reselling. I didn't like go out and seek out like a career change. It just sort of fell in my lap and I really enjoyed it. And then quit the other stuff so I could have more time to do this thing. It's kind of how life works sometimes. I got 2 degrees, neither of which were reselling in essence, if that makes sense. Like I was after different careers when I got those degrees. Sometimes you're not in control of life. It just sort of, the waves kind of pick you up. And you end up where you end up. Of course, growing the business and coming full-time with it and getting into content creation. You know, I had to swim for that, but it's easier to swim when the current's taking you, like if you're swimming with the current, so to speak. This one has a materials tag down low, so we'll take that photo. Remember, all these photos I'm just taking with my iPhone, which happens to be the iPhone 14. You don't need like a big fancy camera to get started with this sort of stuff. It'll be 5 years in July of me doing this stuff, and I started by using my iPhone, and I'm still using my iPhone now. Just had different ones. I think I started with the 8. Then I had what did I have after that? The 11. Did I have the 11? Yeah, the 11. That's what you're on up here is the 11. Then I had the 13, and I dropped the 13 in the Gulf of Mexico a month after I got it. What's up, Chris Gann? Hope I'm doing well. How are you? And now I got the 14. Don't drop your phone in the Gulf of Mexico. It sucks. Trust me. Here's your pro reseller tip of the day. Do not drop your phone in the Gulf of Mexico. Bad idea. It's a Ralph Lauren shirt. This is a women's shirt. It was in the men's section. Nice colors, little pink and white stripe job on this. Size XL. The model is called Knit Oxford. Sometimes I get a close-up of the pony, and then sometimes I don't. I don't really have like a rhyme or reason to it. Just did 60 yard sales at dinner now. Nice. At a diner now. Gotcha. I was like, I had to check my clock. I was like, it's a little early for dinner, eh? At a diner. Nice. Hope you got some good stuff, brother. All the RL warehouses are in North Carolina, by the way. Interesting. Where in NC are the RL warehouses? They must have stuff like a lot of companies have their own warehouses, right? But then they have stuff at different like distributor warehouses, which they don't own those warehouses. Like someone else owns it, but they have stuff in it, if that makes sense. So they can ship stuff to people quickly. So they'll have those like, all different parts of the country. Filled the car, mostly new. I'm wondering if Ralph Lauren has that same sort of thing. Filled the car, mostly new camera equipment. Nice. High Point in Kernersville. Okay, so that's Winston-Salem. Winston-Salem area. Oh, shirt down. I don't know how that happened. I probably couldn't repeat that if I tried. I know right where that is. I got family in Clemens and family in Winston-Salem. So I know both of those spots really well. This is a brand new with tags, Peter Millar. This one's the Crown Sport. I think I got this off of Whatnot. I'm not sure whose Whatnot show that was. Yep, only RL product. Gotcha. Hey, Jody. What's up? What's up? So this is like a polyester spandex blend. Nice, like lightweight summertime shirt here. This should be a quick flipper. Peter Millar Crown Sport. New with tags. So this one's 75 cotton, 26 silk. That's an interesting one. I don't know if I've found a silk Peter Millar before, but here we have it. Get everybody up in the Winston-Salem area, the triad, as they call it. Right? No, that's not the triad. That's the triad's Raleigh. What do they call that? The Piedmont? Yeah, they call it Piedmont Triad. Is that what they call it? Wow, this coffee is bomb. Thank you so much, Diana. I'm not saying that. Watch out for my reaction video. Nice. That's cool. So you just brewed some coffee right now? Please tag me in the video so I can see it. If you don't mind, I would love to be tagged in it. Love hearing all y'all's experience with the coffee. I appreciate your support so much. I think you know how much fun I'm having with the coffee, by the way. If you get your coffee order in today, like right now while we're live, we'll ship it out on the live. I actually have some shipping to do, so we can pivot over to shipping. That would be a nice little nudge. Remember, I'm going to be gone for a week. So if you want coffee before June 23rd, right now will be an excellent time to make the move. The link, chris@peak.com, or just click the link down below if you're on YouTube and Facebook, or click my name if you're on TikTok. We'll untuck it. Flannel. Nice one. This one's in size XL. Nice blue color on that. Little plaid piece. Did you ever watch my coffee video? I don't know if I saw your coffee video, Snappy D. Did you tag me in it? I'd love to see it. Sorry if I missed it. Your coffee doesn't have girlfriend heartburn like commercial brands. There you go. I've never heard that before, but I think that's a compliment. Coffee is a huge hit. Thanks so much. I appreciate y'all's support. It's been a lot of fun. Wow, this coffee. Did you ever watch my video? Outrageous. I thought I did. You might have. I might have missed it. I know I have been posting on TikTok and Instagram, and now I'm on YouTube, and it seems like I might know what I'm doing with technology, but believe me, I'm still figuring it all out. I don't have I feel like I need like a 12-year-old here in the house that can help me with technology. I feel like all these apps were designed not for like the older brain. I think that all these apps were designed with younger people in mind. I don't always find them to be very, very intuitive. So if I miss like a video or a message or something, it probably wasn't because I was ignoring you. I think you probably get that that's not in my nature. It was probably because I freaking missed it. That's all. I don't know what I'm doing. This PFG Columbia has vents in the back, and it's like a polo shirt, but it's vented. It's kind of interesting. Picked this up at a garage sale. I bought a bowling ball bag, and bowling shoes for $10, and he threw in this Columbia shirt with it too. He had the Columbia shirt priced at $2. He just threw it in. I was like, cool, appreciate you. That can be a new slogan, especially when they sell for $5. It is a compliment. Thank you. Where do I find you on eBay? All my links, including my stores, including my coffee, are linked up right above. If you're on TikTok, click on the link up above. If you're on YouTube or Facebook, the link is down below. Or you can go to chris@peak.com wherever you are and go to that same site. Thank you for the follow, 6 Foot Wanderer. Appreciate that. Cool name. What's the story? It's got to be a story behind that name, right? Welcome aboard. Good to have you. Do you ever find head lighting and open curtains interfere with the newer lights for pictures? Do you ever find head lighting and open curtains? No, I don't think so. I'm not sure. Maybe I'm not understanding the question. You're welcome. You're welcome. Yeah, and like all my shipping supplies, I have all those linked for you. They're all Amazon Prime links, so it's free shipping to you. I do get a kickback for some of those links. Most of those links, there would be some sort of like kickback to me, but you'll still get that same low price, the best price that they have on Amazon. It's just Amazon's way of giving back to creators who are driving people to their website. But everything I use, anything that's linked in there is stuff that I actually use and I think is good. I don't want to like drive you towards products that suck. You might think they suck, but they're products that I like anyway. I should say that. And they're products that I use every day for my business. And most shipping supplies, I've gone through a lot of different vendors over the years. And what I've linked there is stuff that I've settled on. Usually I've found that just going with the lowest price for shipping supplies doesn't typically pay off. Maybe on occasion, but usually the cheapest ones usually end up being the cheapest ones, like the lowest quality. You get that. This Nike golf shirt, I typically don't pick these up, but this is a pretty modern one. And it was at a garage sale. I got it for $1.50, like part of a big bundle. I probably got 20 shirts from the same sale. So just negotiated a good, I actually made like 3 different deals at that sale. And you've probably seen me do that strategy before at garage sales. Like first, I'll take the best stuff. I'll make a lot of that, the stuff that I know that I want to buy. I'll make a lot of that stuff and, do a modest negotiation to get a slightly better price. Because again, it's already priced well. I already want it either way, whether they come down on their price or not, I'm going to buy it. So make a modest negotiation on that stuff, build some goodwill, like actually hand them some money. So we've like done business together. We've established some trust. And then I go back and say, hey, there's some other stuff I'm interested too, but I'm just not as interested. I'm more on the fence on those. If you can give me a better deal, I'll drag some more stuff out of your driveway for you. So I ended up doing that at this sale 3 different times. And each time I started like looking for better and better deals, mostly because I had to. I didn't want to pay $3 a shirt for these Nike golf shirts. But by the time I was getting these shirts, I was paying a buck a piece for them, a little bit less than $1 a piece. And part of the reason you do that is because sometimes you find stains when you get home, like that one. That one might come out, but I may not bother trying to take it out either. I might just list it. Since my cost of goods is so low, I'll just price it down, not invest the time into working on the stain. Unless I know when I look at it, like sometimes I'll know and I'm like, I could get that stain out. This one, I think maybe. But also stains tend to come in packs. So if I found that one, there's probably another one somewhere too. These stains, they travel in packs. Yeah, there's one right there too. So I'm not going to bother to try and get all the stains out of this thing. I'm just going to lower the price. I'll be the best price and move it quickly. Lower margin, but gone. And actually, I have a few of these Nike golf shirts in the same size. So what I might do is I might walk them up too. So when I take photos of stains, I just get a close-up and I use a pointer, which is my pen. Just trying to get out of the way of the box lights here. I just use a pointer and get a nice close-up. Yeah, there's actually some staining on that kind of around the edge of the collar too. Oh yeah, some good staining there. So let's price this really cheap. I'm never going to get all these stains out. Not these collar stains. These are pesky. I get the materials tag. Doing too much talking, not enough working. It'll make me wish I liked coffee. That's all right. I'm not selling it to talk people into coffee. I'm just giving people who love coffee a better choice. That's all. So I get it. Thank you for the follow. I already thank you for that. Well, thank you again for the follow, 6 Foot Wanderer. Appreciate it. Getting true colors of the items photographed. Do you ever find for pictures forgetting? I don't think so. Is there something specific that you're struggling with that maybe I could help with? But no, this is how I photo all my items in this exact setup. Some of the photos aren't going to be perfect. Sometimes colors just don't get right. There's just no way you're going to get them. I don't sweat it. It's fine. I'll just get them listed and move along. It's never going to be perfect. So this has some like stuff on the sleeve. I know I can get that stuff out. So here's my strategy. That's got to come right out. I just got to like wipe it with like a wet rag. But if I wipe it with a wet rag, I can't take the photos of it right now. So I'm going to do is I'm going to tuck that sleeve around like this so you can't see those. They're not stains, they're marks. I'm going to tuck those behind. You can't see them. I'm going to take my photos and then I'm going to put that shirt aside. And I'm going to go use a wet rag and take out those spots. So that should be nice and easy. But this way I can just kind of get this photos done and just move on my way. That way I don't have to come back and photo this at another time. I like to do things in batches. So once the photos are done, the photos are done. So I'll put this one aside in the spot clean pile. That was a Polo Ralph Lauren size large. Here's another Polo Ralph Lauren size large. Paid $1.50 a piece. I'm actually going to lot these two together, sell them quicker. These are a very crowded market. Very, very, very crowded. They sell all the time. It's actually one of the best selling shirts that you'll find on eBay and Poshmark. Polo Ralph Lauren polos. But there's just a billion of them listed. It's a really crowded market. So I'll lot these together and price them really well so they can move quick. Because they're the same size, same style, same brand. And I got a really low cost of goods on them, $1.50 a piece. So I got two of them for cheaper than I usually get one of those at a thrift store for $5. I would end up listing and forget to spot clean. That's why it's in the organization SnapBT. It's in the pile over here of stuff that needs to be spot cleaned. Good Saturday to you too, sir. Teach. The lady at checkout kept making up crazy prices. Went to a fundraiser yard sale this morning. They kept saying, pay what you want. Then, oh, gotcha. That's kind of funny. Yeah, if people are funny. You forget the people who run these garage sales. You're like, I wish they had prices on things. I wish they were consistent with their prices. Yeah, I wish they had their act together. And you're like, yeah, but remember, these people aren't like professional garage sale hosts. They might do it once a year at the most, or more likely they might do it like once every 5 or 10 years. So like nobody's good at hosting garage sales, right? So I try not to hold people's try to hold them to a high standard because it's probably not anything close to like what their regular day job is. They're probably not used to like having a store and people making offers and stuff. Tell me about your lights. They're newer lights. They're both softbox lights. The key with softbox lights is they have this diffuser on them. You can see that on Facebook and YouTube too. You want to diffuse the light rather than like a focused light. And what that does is helps you get a nice even light across the clothing. So the clothing like looks good and professional, the photos, but also so you don't have like shadows and whatnot. So these ones are linked up in my profile. Everything that I use for my business is linked up there. My laptop stand, my keyboard, the tables, like my standing desk tables, my shelving, like the bins, these photo lights. I think this is one of the first things that people should invest in. If you're like, cool, I've made some money on my reselling business. I'm ready to invest and kind of double down. So because I'd like to increase my sales and have like a higher sell-through rate. Good lighting is going to help your photos. You don't need a fancy camera. You probably just need better lighting. I need some better lighting, but I don't have enough room for those. Well, the thing with these is I can just collapse them down and put them off in the corner. I could even collapse these down and fit them in the closet if I wanted to, but I just don't have any need for it. So they actually don't take up a lot of space once I collapse them down. In fact, I can collapse them down. What I used to do is one, I would have it go telescope all the way down to the ground. The other, I would stand behind it so it was like fit above it, so they were kind of stacked and just be off into the corner of a room. You can also like fold them down. You can actually take these apart also too, but teach people how to do yard sales. Yeah, people need that. Watching on my lunch break. Hope you're having a nice relaxing lunch break, Mandy. Thanks for hanging out with us for a little bit. I'm off to the record store. Thanks, Snappy D, for hanging out. Have a great day. Enjoy the record store. I do use PhotoRoom. Been using PhotoRoom for almost 2 years now. Big fan of PhotoRoom. I have a link in my profile for PhotoRoom. You can get 10% off if you get the pro version, the paid version. There's also a free version too. Big fan of PhotoRoom. They sponsor some content on my channel and have for almost 2 years. But I wouldn't work with them if I didn't love the product. So it's kind of a win-win. I get to talk about PhotoRoom because I love it anyway, and they sponsor some content on my channel. So everybody wins. You win because I'm talking about it, and I have some incentive to talk about it, right? I would talk about it anyway. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take all these photos just using my regular photo app on the iPhone, and then I'm going to bulk import these into PhotoRoom, and it's going to remove automatically all the backgrounds. And I'm going to choose a background called Professional Photography, and it will automatically replace like all 50 of these photos with like a light shadow and a white solid background. So there's no photo editing on my part. PhotoRoom does it automatically. So that's what's different about PhotoRoom than say like Photoshop or something like that. Photoshop, you can go in and you can edit, you can do all kinds of neat tricks and shadows. But the thing with PhotoRoom is it's designed for people like us who don't want to go in there and do like all this fancy editing and invest time. Like I got a lot of photos to edit. It does all that. It just automates all that stuff, makes it easy. Love PhotoRoom AI features. My pictures come out looking great. Those new PhotoRoom AI features are awesome. If you do have PhotoRoom and you haven't updated the app like in the last 2 weeks, go update your app because it's got to have the AI background tool on there, and it's freaking fire. It's so good. I didn't even know about it. I was talking to Justin from PhotoRoom 2 weeks ago. We had a video, just like a quick catch-up call, and Justin's awesome, by the way. And he was telling me, he's like, "Hey, what do you think about the new AI background feature?" I was like, "The what?" He's like, "You haven't tried it?" I'm like, "I don't see it." I'm like, "Where can I find it?" I showed him on my phone. I was like, "Hey, Justin, I don't see what you're talking about." I was showing him on my app. He's like, "You got to upgrade, bro." He's like, not upgrade, sorry, update. You have to update your app. That's the right word, update. I was like, okay, and I updated and I tried it. I was like, this is sick. Super cool too. You just like type in like, I could type in like this would actually be really fun. This is a Grove Park Inn shirt. Grove Park Inn is a really well-known resort here in Asheville. You've probably heard of the Biltmore. The Grove Park Inn is like the second best known resort here in Asheville. And so what I could do is I could type in like, I could go to the AI background tool and I could type in Grove Park Inn, and it would actually like put this in front of the Grove Park Inn with like a nice shadow and stuff. Actually, I might do that. That'd be a cool video, actually. I might do that. This is part of this garage sale haul. Under Armour, size XL. A lot of people are scared of country club logos, but you gotta look beyond the country club logo. This one is a sought after country club logo because it's the Grove Park Inn. People who know the Grove Park Inn are gonna want this shirt. Not everybody is gonna want this shirt. I just need one buyer. And what's gonna happen is I have 2 of them, both Under Armour, both same size, different colors, both of them Grove Park Inn. So you know I'm gonna loft those 2 up and sell them together. I do sell on Facebook, but I'm going to stop again. I've stopped listing new items on Facebook. I still have some listings up there that I haven't taken down, but I'm not putting new stuff up on the Facebook right now. Just the sales are so slow. And at some point, there's like it doesn't, even the sales that do sell on there, I'm like, well, what's the point? That item would have sold on Facebook or Poshmark probably tomorrow anyway. So why do I, Why do I invest the extra time into another platform? It just makes my life a little bit more complicated without really helping my bottom line that much. I'm on 6 platforms, so Facebook would be 6. Without Facebook, I'm still on 5. So at some point, it just becomes a little more complex. Gave up on Facebook too, no sales in 6 months. Yeah, and I'll say that again, like if you're just on Facebook or you're just on 2 platforms, it might make sense to be on Facebook, right? But I'm on 6. Facebook would be 6, right? So they're my slowest platform. So to drop Facebook kind of makes some sense and just go down to 5. So I'm not hating on Facebook, just more like, hey, it's just matter of fact, it's my slowest sales platform. So yeah, just gets me a little bit more of my time back. And so I'm not selling 2 or 3 items that month on Facebook or whatever. I'm going to sell those items on another platform anyway. I'm a big fan of cross-listing, but I think there is there's a law of diminishing returns, so to speak. If I was on 20 platforms, like what's that really going to do for me? I might have a few % more sales, but how much more time am I going to put into that? On eBay, you can do backgrounds. Yeah, you can do whatever you want in your photos on eBay. I usually do the white backgrounds, but I might start playing around and doing some different things. I've experimented in the past with different backgrounds, but I think with limited items, like certain items, like those Grove Park Inn items, I might experiment and try some funny things, or some fun things, I should say. Do you have something that helps post onto all platforms at the same time? Yeah, Janine, I use something called Vendu. It's linked up there. Or if you're on YouTube and Facebook, it's linked down below in my links, or at chris@peak.com. There's a link for Vendu. You can use that link to get a free trial. And if you like it, you'll get 25% off your first month. Vendu is a cross-listing platform, and that's what I use to get my items onto 6 different platforms. So I list direct to eBay. I import all those listings into Vendu, and then I use Vendu to quickly cross-post those items onto 5 other platforms. And those 5 others are Poshmark, Mercari, Depop, Grailed, and Facebook Marketplace. But as I said, I'm giving up on Facebook Marketplace again. I've gone back and forth with it in the past. Facebook used to be great for me. It's just not anymore. Does it delete it itself? No, but when something sells, so say this Grove Park Inn shirt sells, what I do is I go into Vendu, and I say it sells on eBay. I go into Vendu, I click right next to where it says eBay on this listing, and I click sold, and it takes it down from the other 5 platforms. However, there is good news coming out with Vendu. They're beta testing like an auto takedown. I don't know what they call it, but it will take down, like when the item sells, it'll take down the item automatically for you. So they've been talking about it for months. And I know that because Vendu has in the past sponsored some content on my channel. They don't right now. I don't have any kind of agreement with them, but I do. Well, I shouldn't say that. I just don't have a sponsorship agreement with them. I do have an affiliate link with them, but so they've been talking internally about a bot for that for a long time, but now it's actually in beta test. There's some users, I think I signed up for the beta test. There's some users who are actually beta testing that right now. And usually when it gets to the beta test point, that feature's fairly close to being released. I've beta tested some other features for them too in the past. So for them, that usually means it's going to be released within a month or 2. Could be even sooner. I actually got to check my email to see if I have information about being on the beta test. I probably just missed an email about it. So here we go, a little Dallas Mavericks Luka Doncic t-shirt. Nothing fancy here. 100% cotton little Nike tee. One of the biggest talents in basketball. Basically a perennial MVP candidate at this point. What's up, Southern Treasures? What's up? Just got done yard sailing. Nice. Eric out there grinding, hustling. Love it, man. You find anything cool? I want to hear all about it. Average Joe Side Hustles. Thanks for the follow. Welcome aboard. You have something that helps you post. Okay, cool. Caught up on chat. So, all right, got another lot of items again from the same garage sale. Got like 20 shirts for $1.50 a piece was my average cost. So I have four Polo Ralph Lauren t-shirts. Paid $1.50 a piece for them. These were one of the last items I picked up. I made 3 separate deals with these people, and my price went down every time because I basically started with the stuff I wanted the most, and then I worked my way to the stuff that was really more borderline. So this was the last negotiation. So I paid $1 a piece for these polo shirts, but altogether, if you average it all out, the 20 pieces I paid $1.50 a piece for. Paid $30 total. Would you use mannequins ever, or does it slow you down? It would slow me down, so I don't use them. I could see the argument for using mannequins for suits and blazers, but I got a pretty good like rhythm for listing suits and blazers, and my sell-through rate on them is fine. I'm happy with it, so I'm kind of in like a if it's not broke, don't fix it kind of mentality with it. But I would not tell somebody not. That's a double negative. I mean, I think it's a good idea. I wouldn't tell you not to do it. I just don't. I also don't have unlimited space for that kind of stuff either. I just got this office, you know. What would you think a good price on a genuine woman's Harley jacket? New. Hard to say, Buster. That price could be, depending on the jacket, that price could be $30 or that price could be $200. You know, it would depend on the jacket. I'm not trying to dodge your question. I just don't want to mislead you. I'd have to see the jacket, you know what I mean? And I have to comp it and all that stuff. There could be so many different values to it. Best thing to do, Buster, would be to, is that your question? Yeah, Buster, would be to check on eBay, look at recent sales for very similar jackets over the last 90 days on eBay. So search for it on eBay, filter that search for sold. It sounds like yours is new, so filter that search for new. So you're just looking at sales of new Harley Davidson jackets. You might need to put in the keyword like leather or flames or spell out, depending on what your jacket is. I don't know, I can't see it, but you can get an idea of what they've been selling for the last 90 days, and then you can make a really good decision on your price. You can do that same process on Poshmark to find recent sales too. You can do it on Grailed. I don't think you can do it on Depop. I'm not sure though, I've never tried, to be honest. But I know for sure that you can do it on Poshmark and Grailed and eBay. Because sometimes I'll use Grailed to comp items, and sometimes I'll use Poshmark. Typically Poshmark, it'll be like a women's item that I'll be doing that on. And if I'm using Grailed, it's usually because I have like a pretty unique item. Unique, rare kind of piece. You're welcome, Buster. Do you have a list speed sheet of great selling clothes and brands? I don't. Not a bad idea. I just don't have one. What's up, Jory? I think I'm going to stop photos after this and get to some shipping. So now's a good time to get your coffee orders in. I'm going to be gone for a week. I'm leaving Monday, and I'm going to be gone until the 20th, which means if you need coffee before, say, the 23rd, now is the time to get your coffee orders in. Click my name up above, or if you're on YouTube and Facebook, click the link down below, or go to chris@peak.com. I'm pretty easy to find. Appreciate everybody who has already bought coffee. We got 170 bags of coffee sold in less than a month now, like 3.5 weeks. Appreciate everybody's support. Everyone's been so awesome, not only like buying coffee, but talking about coffee, posting videos about their experience with the coffee, like their first taste, their first brew. All that stuff was pretty unexpected. I mean, I knew y'all were awesome, but the degree of support, like the level of it, has caught me off guard. It's been a lot of fun. And I've had more fun like hanging out with Dynamite, who is roasting the coffee locally here. Been hanging out with that crew and talking to that crew and learning about coffee. I've had more fun doing that than I thought, and I knew it would be fun, but I'm having even more fun. Enjoyed your live. Yeah, thanks so much, Average Joe. Sorry I don't have a sheet for you. I just don't. Like your system is nice and simple and clean. I have those same lights. Nice, Buster. I like the lights. I've had them for 2.5 years now. They're still running on the same bulbs. They're LED bulbs. That's when I bought them. It took me just a few minutes to set the lights up. And to me, I think it's probably the first thing to invest in. Everybody wants to talk about like automation and cross-listing and software and stuff. But to me, automation and software, those things like cross-listing software is just taking your photos that already aren't good and it's putting your already not good photos on other platforms and they'll still be not good. Same thing with like any kind of automation. All it's doing is posting and reposting your photos that aren't very good. To me, get the foundational stuff done first. Get yourself some good lighting. Good lighting will improve your photos. If your photos aren't already better than your competition, and I don't mean as good as your competition, if they're not better than your competition, then you're missing out on sales every single day. People are looking at your stuff and they're looking at other people's stuff and they're making decisions. Some of that is based on price. The others is just based on like, does it look like you have professional photos and that you know what you're doing and you're going to follow through with what you promised that you're going to follow through with? Just shipping a shirt that's in good condition or pants that's in good condition. The photos is a big tie break. The photos are also going to get more people to look at your listings, so you'll get more impressions. If they don't click on your listing because the photo ain't good, they can't buy it either. They have to click on it first. And if somebody else's photo is better and they're clicking on it, you're already losing before they've even like clicked on your item. So that cover photo makes a huge difference. Focus on the foundational stuff first. Good photos is way more important than cross-listing and automation, in my opinion. LinkedIn profile. I got them from Amazon. Everything's linked. All my shipping supplies, everything I use to list, my tables, my laptop stand, the chair, these lights, everything's linked up above, chris@peak.com. Click on the name right there. If you're on YouTube and Facebook, click down below. You're welcome, Shane. The lights are called Newer, but they're the only softbox lights that I have linked. And I think they're the only lights, period, I have linked in my Amazon store. Thanks for the follow. Vacation starts on Monday. Going to Telluride. Excited about it. Trying to catch up on some work today. Time to do some cleaning and listing. Happy garage sailing and selling. See you later. Thank you, Diana. Thanks for popping in. Enjoyed having you for a little bit and loved hearing about your finds today too. That was cool. I appreciate your coffee order. Appreciate your support. If you get your coffee in right now, I'm going to ship it here in a few minutes. Actually, I'm going to ship it right now because I just got a coffee order. I'm going to live up to my promise. If you order coffee, I'm going to stop what I'm doing and we're going to go over and we're going to ship. So who do we got? Nicole's got a bag of coffee coming her way. Nicole's got the whole bean coffee. Is that right? Are you on YouTube or Facebook or TikTok? Where are you at? Nicole, thanks for your order. Tip: Workman lights for shops are a good economic alternative. Nice, Buster. Appreciate that. All right, let's switch our setup over here so we can get done photos. That's enough for today anyway. So what I do is I just put these lights. Well, actually, I'm going to use these as light for over here. These double as like lighting for like lives and stuff. Because this room has kind of strange lighting. So this is what I'll do. Typically, I do this one like this to get some lighting here, and I usually bounce this one off the wall just to get some softer light like that. It's like studio lighting too. They double as. All right, let's get this set up. Let's do this. It's gonna be weird for a second. First second's always weird, then it'll be great. Boom. This is probably a more familiar angle. Whole bean, please, Nikki. You got it. Appreciate your order so much. Thank you, Shane, for the follow. On sale at Costco with tripods. Sick. Thank you for that tip. Time to do some cleaning and listing. I had mine for 6 years off Amazon. Nice. Can you print shipping labels from your phone using a thermal printer? Not the one I have. Mine is a plug-in printer, but IDPRT does make a Bluetooth printer. But take a look at, there's only like certain, I don't think it works with an iPhone. You'd have to look at it. The printer I have to plug in. If you're interested in that printer, I think it's the best deal for thermal printers in the market. But I use my desktop to print on that one because it's a plug-in printer. It needs a USB, so you don't have a USB on your phone. I like that picture. Thank you. I got it at a garage sale for $3. I use the IDPRT. It's about half the price of that brand that you just dropped down below in the chat. I have that brand that you just mentioned in the chat. I have that in my closet too. And this one's every bit as good. It just happens to be like about half the price. Black Dog Coffee. I don't think that's coffee. A new brand, maybe. It got some damage on it when we moved. Kind of got like a little ding right there, but I got that down in Florida for $3. But she bought some coffee. Nikki's got some coffee coming her way. Appreciate the order. I got 5 eBay orders going out the door. No Poshmark, all eBay. A clean eBay sweep. So we got a bag of whole bean coffee. Going out to Nicole. Thank you so much. It's a peak blend. It's a medium roast. It's fair trade. It's organic. And most importantly, it's freaking delicious. It's Kim and I's favorite coffee from our favorite roaster. And it's a pleasure to be able to share that coffee with you and partner with Dynamite because they're just freaking awesome people. This coffee was roasted on Thursday. Most coffee, not more than 90% of coffee that's purchased in our country here was roasted more than 30 days ago. This was roasted Thursday. What was that, 2 days ago? And a vast majority of coffee was roasted more than 90 days ago, which is crazy. Get you a little thank you card here, Nikki. What driver did you download for the printer? I have an HP. Very confusing. It was whatever it was all like. It was. I had this printer. I got it 2 years ago. So to remember exactly what driver, I'm not sure. But it was all just like when I opened up the package, it was like, here's what you do. You plug it in. You plug this into the computer. You plug this into the wall, and here's the driver you download. It was all super easy. It took me less than 10 minutes to get the thing set up. But for me to say that I remember what driver it was, I'm not sure. Got a Ring camera new in box for $10 at a yard sale. Boom, nice find. Thank you so much, Nikki. We get some Peak Blend coffee coming out to you. What's today? Today's Saturday. This is going to Newport Beach. You'll probably have this coffee, I'd say Wednesday, maybe Thursday. We're going clear across the country from Asheville to Newport Beach, California. What's the weather like in Newport Beach today? Got a beautiful day here in Asheville. Maybe still a little bit of that smoke haze. Sun's out. It's warm outside. Thank you, Nikki. It is a pleasure to ship some coffee out to you. I think you're going to love it. Little taste of the mountains for you. If you want to geek out about coffee, I can geek out all day with you about coffee. But this coffee was grown by small farmers, a small farmer cooperative in Chiapas, Mexico, which is on the Guatemala border. So like south, east Mexico, very far from the U.S. And it was roasted in Black Mountain, North Carolina, here in the mountains. It's fair trade, it's organic, it's a medium roast. So this isn't just like a coffee nerd's coffee. So don't be intimidated like, oh, I have to be a coffee nerd to enjoy this coffee. It's not like that. It's a medium roast. It's got hints of milk chocolate, just a hint of spice, but very, very subtle, and a hint of sweet too. But it's a right down the middle kind of everyday drinker kind of coffee. This is what Kim and I drink every day. We drink other coffees too. We like some dark roasts here and there. Really like Dynamite Sumatra as well. But this is our everyday drinker, daily driver. And that's why we brought it to you. We didn't want to bring something that was like overly complex that most people were going to get and be like, whoa, this is too much. We wanted to get something that most people would enjoy. We got 5 eBay orders going out after this. We'll go out to the garage. We'll pick those orders. I don't typically ship on Saturdays, but because I'm headed out of town Monday, I want to get as much of this stuff done and out the door as possible. And with coffee, I've been shipping on Saturdays. I like to get people's coffee out fresh. Because this coffee was fresh roasted on Thursday, out the door to you on Saturday. It's crazy. It doesn't get any fresher than that. Drinking Dynamite coffee right now. Let's go. Good price for that picture. They sell lowest $29 for a poster shop, $122.99. Wow, that's good to know. I had no idea. I just thought it was cool. I was like, I want to put that up in the house. It was up in our house in Florida. I think it was in my office, actually in Florida too. It was in Kim's office for a little while, but we moved it up to my office. I stole it. I don't drink coffee, but my girlfriend does. Nice. She's gonna love it. I truly hope she does, and I think that she will. All right, what do we got to do here? Plug in the printer. That's today's reseller tip of the day. Plug in your printer. It works freaking way better. There it is. And Nikki, you're going to get this shipping confirmation in 2 seconds here. Amazon ain't got nothing on peak. Boom, you got it, Nikki. Out the door. It's shipping today to you. Who else is from Newport Beach? I'm here, overcast and cool. Nikki's from Newport Beach too. No problem. I'm going to call them and remote in to download driver. Do you have the printer, Chris Scan? Is that the thing? Are you like actually struggling with it? What driver did you use? So maybe I misinterpreted you. You have the printer and you're trying to install it and the instructions didn't help you. Is that what? I didn't gather that from the first one, but is that what's actually happening? Thank you, Nikki. Hey, well, yeah, appreciate you being here. Happy Saturday. Kind of a random time for me to be on, but here we are. Thank you, Nikki. Whole bean coffee coming your way. Get your order is in now. I'm going to be out of town for a week, so if you want coffee before June the 23rd, now is the time. We're going to go pick orders from the garage. And as always, if you order coffee, I'll stop what I'm doing. I'm out of coffee, actually. I finished my second coffee. All I got is the sludge at the bottom from the French press. Oh, that's delicious. It's bitter and it's good. Let's go out to the garage. Thanks, Buster, for hanging out. Good to have you. I thought I had a can of water. Here it is. Found a brand new French press. Also, it is a cheapo, but I still get a good one for $2 new. Nice. Oh, you found one in a garage sale? That's pretty cool. All right. Facebook and YouTube. Hang tight. I'll be right back. We got to go pull these 5 orders out of the garage. I think it'll take us about it'll probably take us 5 minutes round trip, and we'll be back. I'll miss you. Sweatshirt. It's going to be a bad idea as soon as I get outside. I'm back and everybody on Facebook and YouTube is gone. That's what happens when you go dark for like 7 minutes. Like people are like, what am I doing? Why am I looking at his wall? I'm back here. I'm working. Buster's back. Thanks for coming back, Buster. Good to have you. We're back, YouTube and Facebook. All right, let's ship some stuff. And remember, if you get your coffee in, order in now. We'll ship it right here on the live. If you get coffee before June the 23rd, now's your time. Kim and I are gone for a week. We're heading to Telluride on Monday. We're going to the Bluegrass Festival. So if you're going to need coffee, get your coffee in. We'll stop what we're doing. We'll ship it out for you. Coffee was roasted Thursday, ridiculously fresh. All right, so we'll ship this new tag polo shirt first. Brand new tag, size 2XL. I think that's a factory store tag right there. It says value was $89.50. Our price is $69.99. You ready for vacation? Nope. I'm never ready for vacation. I always work harder right before vacation because vacation is expensive. So I'll kind of like crash land into vacation, be packing like an hour before the flight takes off type of thing. That's how I roll. Be all stressed out about it too, but that's the way it is. I'll have a Bloody Mary on the plane. Everything will be fine. It's going out to Hugh. Thank you, Hugh. Appreciate your business. Let's get into eBay here. All these shipping labels I'm going to print out right through eBay. All 5 sales are on eBay today. So Hugh is in Pawcatuck, Connecticut. Pawcatuck, Connecticut. Throw that on the scale. It's going to go USPS first class. It's going to go at a 15-ounce rate. Again, it's a polo raffle on 2XL polo style shorts, short sleeve. Shipping is going to be $6.22. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. So 1 coffee order today and 5 eBay orders is the tail of the tape. Hugh is going to love this shirt up in Pawtucket, Connecticut. Nice little summertime jitty for him. We'll go with stats for that item. I actually don't know how much I paid for that item. I think I got that off of Whatnot. I'm going to have to double check my records on that one. I didn't put the cost in there. I'm pretty sure that was a Whatnot buy. Good news is I have receipts for all that stuff, so I can go double check it. So there it is. I don't know what I paid for it, but it sold for $39 plus $5.95 shipping. The shipping label was $6.22. So before cost of goods, my profit is $32.63. I just don't know how much I paid for it. I have to double check that. I usually have my numbers dialed, but that one I don't. I just listed it yesterday too, so I just haven't gotten back to like double checking all those numbers. Next up is a Brooks Brothers. I told you these were going to sell. I sold one already 2 days ago, just listed last week or Monday. When did I list these? I might have just listed these on Monday. 100% Irish linen on these. Short sleeve shirt. It's like literally the perfect item to be selling right now in June and in July. This is what people are looking for. Brooks Brothers, size large, all linen. I picked up 5 of them at the same thrift store. I paid $5 a piece. One of them sold 2 days ago. 2 of them sold this morning, literally. So here's the white one. I also got a pink one going out the door. The red one already sold. I figured the red one would sell last, but sometimes you just don't know. So thank you, Amy. Amy is, where is Amy? Amy is out in, oh man, another tough one to say. Sheboygan, Wisconsin. We got some interesting town names today. They're challenging me. Sheboygan. It's Saturday. It's not supposed to be hard to say towns day. That's like a Tuesday thing. Sheboygan. That's going to weigh in at a 10 ounces. So that's going to be a 12-ounce rate. Going USPS first class, printing the shipping label through eBay. $4.88 is that shipping label. Going from Asheville, North Carolina to Sheboygan, Wisconsin. Nice summertime shirt here. Short sleeve, all Irish linen. Love picking up linen Brooks Brothers. Well, you have your own shipping from home. That's slick. Canadian here. I don't believe we can do that. We got some Canadians in the chat. Danny's in the chat. I don't think Tina's in the chat, but we have some Canadian folks that resell. I think you can ship from home. Can you not? Maybe I'm confused. $4.88 was the shipping label on that white Irish linen Brooks Brothers shirt. I paid $5 for it at a thrift store. It sold. It took 3 days to sell on eBay. Sold for a best offer at $23 plus $5.95 shipping. The buyer's all in for $28. After shipping and fees and cost of goods, I made $14.04 in profit off that bad boy. We got another Brooks Brothers shirt going out from that same thrift store, probably donated by the same person. I bought 5 of these. 3 of them are already sold. 2 of them sold this morning. This one's a nice pattern, I think, with the pink and the blue. It's still not my favorite one. I think the best 2 are still in inventory. It's kind of funny how that works. The 2 that I thought would sell the quickest. This is going in a 9x12 poly bag. We're going to ship it through eBay. We're going to use a USPS first class label. This is going out to Jeff. Thank you, Jeff. Appreciate it. Vancouver in the house. Nice. I've always wanted to go to Vancouver. Just seems like a rad town. All right. So this is going to go out at a 12-ounce rate, just like the last one. It's going East Lansing, Michigan. Finally, an easy one to say, East Lansing. It is summer now in Michigan. So Jeff wants his nice summertime pink and blue shirt. I don't need to weigh it. I just weighed the same exact one. $4.81 at a 12-ounce first class rate. So you have to go into like the post office to ship your stuff. Is that true, Buster? You would love Vancouver. I have a feeling. It's really far. I got a buddy that I got to go meet, Adam. He's a chiropractor out in Bellingham. I got to go meet my buddy. Got to go hang out with my buddy Adam. That puts me fairly close to Vancouver. I think he's north of Seattle up there. So thank you, Jeff. It's $4.81 on that shipping label. As always, we'll go over all the numbers, super transparent over here. So I paid $5 at a thrift store. That was 11 days ago. I listed it 3 days ago. Sold on eBay for a best offer, $23 plus $5.95 shipping. Buyers all in for $29. And after shipping and fees, I just said the shipping label cost, I forgot it, $4.81. Shipping fees and cost of goods, I made $14.11 on that one. Still got 2 more of those in inventory. I think the best 2 also. That's kind of funny how that works. 2 more eBay sales going out the door. Get your coffee orders in. I'm heading out of town on Monday for a week. So if you're going to need caffeine before the 23rd, order now. Now's the time. Link is up above. You know that. Link is down below on YouTube and Facebook. You know that. Or at chris@peak.com. You got another Brooks Brothers sale. So 3 total Brooks Brothers items. This is a pair of chinos. It's a size 38 by 32. They're kind of like a heavy pleated chino khaki pant. And these, so I took a lower offer on these. These are probably worth $25. Took an offer at $20 plus shipping on these just to get them moving. It's not the best inventory in the world. These Brooks Brothers like pants. Let's see. These are going to go in a padded flat rate, probably. Yeah, they're going to Stevensville, Michigan. What would regular priority be? No, they're going to go regular priority. It's going to be cheaper, $7.20 to go from Asheville, North Carolina to Stevensville, Michigan, unless they're over 2 pounds. They're not. 1 pound, 11 ounces. So they're going to go regular priority. I'm going to put them in a Tyvek envelope. These are free at USPS.com. If I put them in a padded flat rate, they'd be $8.30, but it's going to be $7.20. Surprised it's that cheap to Michigan. 1 out of every 3 of these in this pack of Tyveks I got rip wide open like that. I think this one's good. These are free at USPS.com. They're called Tyvek envelopes. These are not flat rate. They ship based on weight and distance. We don't trust government adhesive. We're going to put a little tape on there. Yeah, it's close. And your dollar is so good here right now. That's interesting. I grew up in New Hampshire, so we used to go to Montreal. And back then, around like Y2K, basically like 99, 2000, 2001, the exchange rate was pretty favorable for us too. We used to joke that we'd just go up there with Monopoly money. Because it was basically like you'd exchange $100 and you get 150. So it's like, let's go. We'll buy the expensive cheap beers. That was like 20. Do you promote on eBay? Yep, between 2 and 6%, depending on the sell-through rate of that item. If it's a lower sell-through rate item, I'll promote at a higher rate. If it's a higher sell-through rate item, I promote at a lower rate. So these Brooks Brothers pants sold for $20 plus $8.95 shipping. The buyers all in for $29. The shipping label is going to cost me $7.20 going from Asheville to Stevensville, Michigan. And it's in a Tyvek envelope. USPS priority. If you use these Tyvek envelopes, by the way, you have to use a priority label for it. And we did. So that's out the door. We'll go over the stats. They paid $29 for it. I picked up that pair of pants 193 days ago. So November the 28th at a Goodwill, I paid $5 for them. And after shipping and fees, I'm going to end up making $12.72 on that pair of Brooks Brothers pants. Not the best item to pick up. As you saw, it took 193 days to sell, and I had to take an offer of $20 to get rid of them. That's a $25 pant, but it's just a low sell-through rate item. So probably promoted that one at a higher rate. All right. Last one on eBay. That means you got to get your coffee sales or orders in right now because I'm going to wrap up my shipping here in a minute. Chaps Ralph Lauren shirt. Got a nice 90s style, like rugby to it. Rugby style. Picked this up on May the 16th. So these took 24 days to sell. They sold on eBay for $17, which is the best offer, plus $6.45 shipping. Let's see what this is going to weigh in at. Probably close to a pound. Yep. Got to be just, let me try that one more time. Come on. Yeah, that's going to go just over a pound. So let's see where they're going before we choose our vessel. I am traipsing through New Hampshire today, and the service is so limited up here. What you doing up in New Hampshire, and where are you coming from? Where are you headed to? Like, what neck of the woods are you in? I know New Hampshire pretty well. Live free or die, baby. What's up? How are you doing, Adam? Just sold a Brooks Brothers cashmere vest, $32.40 plus ship. Nice on that. Silly question. Would you pick up new Callaway golf clubs still in the box? Yeah, it depends on the model. So Queen of the Peach State, thanks for being here, by the way. I would suggest looking up the exact model. Golf clubs are very, very easy to comp. They're kind of like shoes because you just look up the exact model and you can see what they're selling for on eBay. Super, super easy. Clothes are tricky because there's usually not a model number on clothes. You have to estimate price, but golf clubs, you don't really have to do that. You can look up exact comps. I live in Vermont. I'm headed to Wares Beach. Nice. I haven't been to Wares Beach in a long, long time. It's a pretty area. Nice time of year to be up there. Busy time of year to be up there. You know, my buddy works at a place called, Town Docks, which is right there, right? That's Wares Beach. A place called Town Docks. He's probably working there right now. His name's John Baronis. He's probably, what is he now? 45 years old. So he's graying a little bit. He'll talk like, hey, what can I get for you? That's how he'll talk. If you go to Town Docks, that's Baronis. Tell him that Peak says hi. He doesn't know me by Peak. Tell him Chris said hi. Let me think. We'll say something funny to him though. You got to give him a better message than that. Let me think. That's where Wares Beach is, right? Town Docks. Yeah, go ask for Baronis when you go up there. Just ask for Baronis. His name's John Baronis. Just ask for Baronis. He'll be like, hey, what you guys gonna have? That's how you know it's him. All right, so this is going to Somerset, New Jersey. So it's going to go at a 1 pound. What are you doing up there, Adam? How the Berkshires treating you? 7. Okay, so we're not UPS ground. Get out of here with that mess. USPR is priority. This is going to go regular priority and not in a padded flat rate envelope. So we're going to put it in a Tyvek. Remember, the Tyvek is not flat rate. It goes by a regular priority label. So this goes by distance and weight. Thank you, Robert. Appreciate your order. Where's Beach? There we go. Town Docks. I've actually never been to the Town Docks. I know right where they are. I've driven by them. Or driven by it. That's owned by a Common Man, right? Town Docks. That's a Common Man restaurant. Common Man is a locally owned chain of restaurants up in New Hampshire. True story, I interviewed to work for the Common Man in 2015. No, before that, 2005. I had a job offer to manage one of the Common Man restaurants. But I turned it down to go work for somewhere else. I would have taken that job offer if I didn't have a better one. Otherwise, it's a good company. All right, $7.20. I think the owner of that company, his name is Alex Ray, if I remember correctly. I'm digging way back into the memory banks there. $7.20. Cool. Hey, Scott White, what's up, man? In Meredith, about 5 minutes from Wares. There you go. I knew it was somewhere up there. Where in New Hampshire did you grow up? I grew up in a town called Londonderry. I lived in Nashville. I lived in Manchester. I lived in Hanover. I think that's all the towns. Yeah, that's all the towns that I lived in. Lived there for 31 years. But I moved away in June of 2012. Geez, almost 11 years to the day. We left June 1st, or I think it was like May 30th we left. So that's our 11-year anniversary of getting out of New England and getting down to North Carolina, getting out of that weather. Sorry, I like it out there. I just can't. I can't handle like 6 months of winter. I like winter, but we don't really have like a big, heavy winter here. I like that. We got 4 seasons. We get a little bit of snow. It gets cold. We have a great long spring. We have a great long fall. In New Hampshire, you get a week of spring, a week of fall, 7 months of winter, right? You have a roll of thermal direct. I don't have that. I have an IDPRT printer. They cost about half the price of that brand that you mentioned there. IDPRT, I have a link to it in my profile. They're usually on sale for about $100. They do have a wireless one now too that they just came out with about a month and a half ago, maybe 2 months ago. I think the Rollo, I didn't mean to say that brand. I think that brand is like over $200 for their wireless one. Great printer. It's an awesome printer. It's just so expensive. So expensive. All right, that's it. We wrapped up our 5 eBay orders. We got our 1 coffee order out the door. If you want to get your coffee, we can ship it right now. We can do it live. Remember, I'm out of town for a week, so if you want your coffee, now is a good time to order your coffee. I'll be back on the 20th, which means coffee will probably get to you like the 23rd. So if you got a bag that's not full enough to get to the 23rd, let me know. We'll get it printed. We'll get it shipped out to you right now. But my printer is a wired printer from IDPRT. I don't have the wireless one. It just plugs into the USB. I've had it for 2 years. Got it in June of 2021. Thing's a rock star. Put thousands and thousands of labels through it. In fact, I just got some new labels in the mail today. I got a shipping notification for the labels coming in. I don't see them. Oh, see it. Thank you. Just got some new shipping labels. You reminded me about that. Purchased a cheap one and now I know what else was so cheap. I'm returning it to Amazon. Bummer. Yeah, the IDPRT that I have is inexpensive, but it is I wouldn't describe it as cheap. Had it for 2 years, put thousands of labels through it. No issues, no jamming, no hassle, no fuss. Took me 10 minutes to set up. I wouldn't recommend it to you if I didn't love it. The exact one I use is linked in the profile. They have 3 different models. There's the IDPRT SP410. There's the IDPRT SP410 BT, which is the Bluetooth one, which I do not have that one. There's also an SP420. That's a bigger model, and that's the one that takes the roll labels, and you put the roll on the inside of it. Mine is like it sits in a stack like this behind the printer. So here's 500 labels. Whenever I open my new box of labels and put it into the machine, I just order another one. That way I never run out. So I just had recently opened a new one. This is my backup stack of 500. When I was busier, when I was doing more sales, I used to keep 2 stacks just in case. Kept 1,000. Nice, purchased a roll. Cool. It's a good printer. I think it's inexplicably high priced compared to the competition, but it's a good printer. I have one in the closet, so I can say that it's good. Tappy tap tap. Thank you, Mr. Fantastic. All right, y'all, I'm going to sign off. Appreciate it. Wishing everybody an awesome rest of the weekend. Hope you're doing cool stuff. If you're out hustling, if you're out garage sailing, if you're out thrifting, you're out estate sailing, I hope you find some really cool stuff. As always, sending positive vibes for good sales for you. And hopefully it's the weekend. Hopefully you have some time to kick up your feet a little bit, relax, maybe celebrate those wins and finds from earlier today or earlier this week. Those cool flips you had. I love hearing all about that stuff. So thanks everyone for sharing what's going on with your business. Thanks for sharing some time with me and hanging out. I actually am going to probably see you Monday. Well, maybe I might see you Monday morning. I might also have a lot of stuff to do and have to pack, but I might be live 9:30 a.m. Eastern on TikTok and 10 o'clock on Facebook, but we'll see. We are flying out not too long after that. So we'll see if I got time. I probably won't pack until then. So we'll see, but take care everybody. And we'll see you again sometime soon.